Hi guys, hope you're okay. Hope you're well. Technical difficulties, which I didn't quite fix. I'll have to look at that tomorrow. Fish says, "Oh yes, that's a positive." Oh, they've kicked off already. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. About 1 minute, 10 seconds ish. That'll do. Curse King says, "Hey, score prediction. I think it'll be a draw. I think Man United will score first. Partly because they're going to want to redeem that embarrassing performance the other day. So I think it'll be a draw. Man United will score first, though. What do you think? Harry says, "Hello, how are you? I'm good. I went for a walk in the morning today, which I've not done for a while. The only annoying thing is when you go for a walk in the morning. Like I go with like noise cancelling earphones in, and people walk past you saying good morning, good morning, but I can't actually hear it. So I just walk past, and they probably think I'm extremely rude. But like sometimes you can hear it, sometimes you can't. I think I need to wear more obvious headphones so that they don't think that I'm ignoring them. Fish says, "Oi, watching Solanke versus his former club. Very nice. Hat of the stream is this one, or hat of the week rather." Durwood says, "Hello, champion family. Hope everyone's well. Hope you're good also. Hope all is well with you. Any more painting? Any more painting and decorating? Good to see game week 3 and the refs are even worse. Yeah, we've got another 35 weeks of them getting even worse. But that is the standard in the UK, unfortunately." Harry is a lot better. It's gone for some reason. I just got banging headache. It's good to hear. It's good to hear you're getting better. Banging is like a positive adjective, so I had to pause for a second. Like you got a really good headache, but you mean literally like a banging headache. Well, I hope that gets better. And it's good to see you're feeling a bit better in general. Fish says Harry 3 times. Sucks for the headache, but glad you're feeling better. Yeah, 100%. Fish was angry. I was trying to make TikTok work, and it's annoying as hell. This is why I hate that website. It's updated the software by itself, so it updated to a new version. So I said, okay, fine, no problem. And then when I clicked go live, it said no. it said you don't have a network connection. So then I tried a web browser. Network connection's working fine. I tried restarting the whole thing. Still, it said network issue, and I was like, there's clearly not a network issue because everything else works. And then I just gave up. Fish is angry and also happy. Nearly scored there from a corner. Was that Man United corner that they had? They do seem to have a bit more energy today. I reckon they've been given quite the telling off. That's why I wear my headphones, even if they aren't playing anything. Ignore everyone. Yeah, same here. Same here. The thing is, like, quite often it's how do I say it? It's people who, it's like people in their 80s. It's like whenever I go for a walk in the morning, and in the morning I mean like 8 o'clock in the morning, it's always people in their 80s and their 90s. And I'm pretty sure kind of most of them are saying good morning, but I don't know how to make it obvious to them that I'm not ignoring them. I just can't hear you. But I've got like AirPods and they're very small, so they probably can't see it. So I don't know if I need bigger headphones or something. They probably think I'm extremely rude because I look extremely rude in general, especially if I'm wearing a cap. Oh, so this track will be soon. Very nice. Looking forward to this. I'm sure Fish is also looking forward to this. Bournemouth up 1-0. Are they? Are they up already? I'm just seeing Scott Parker in a suit, chewing gum, pondering his life choices. I mean, if they are actually 1-0 up, he probably won't be pondering his life choices. All I can see is Dubravka taking a goal kick. And then it goes out. I must be proper behind. No, I think I'm a minute behind because it's 3:07 time-wise and I'm like 6 minutes. Oh, sorry, Bournemouth, right? This is Burnley. I was getting confused. I've just realised, right? This is Burnley, not Bournemouth. Yeah. Is that in the Solanke derby then? Oh well, I guess Spurs enjoyed their lead at the top whilst it lasts. Fish doesn't care, but I feel like you do care very slightly at a certain level. No more painting. Have the granddaughter all weekend, but I'm moving Monday. Nice, fun times. Yeah, United have just kicked her out. Yeah, good week for moving. I think, as you were mentioning previously, there's the Liverpool game tomorrow, and then there's not much for a few days, and then there's these pointless international games again. I mean, does anybody care about international games at the worst of times? But especially at the start of the season, I just find it a distraction. What I do find quite funny is that 66 didn't get picked. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Getting your quote unquote dream move being dropped from your club team and then dropped from your country. Life doesn't get much worse. Beto scored for Everton. Who are Everton playing? I need to see kind of who else is playing. Okay, Everton are playing Wolves. Fair enough. 3rd assist in 2 games for Grealish. Not bad. And Evan Nielsen scored for Bournemouth. Nice. The Cody Derby versus Wolves versus Everton, as Fish says. He plays for somebody else now, though, doesn't he? He plays for some kind of random team. Mizan says hi. How you doing, Mizan? Hope you're good. Hope you're having a nice Saturday. Fish says tomorrow is Sterling Oxlade derby. Which one's that? As in the Liverpool Arsenal game? Because yeah, that might be what you mean. Because Sterling and Oxlade have played for both of those. Yeah, still 0-0. Mizan says Kemon Asen. Not quite sure what that means. You'll have to translate. I mean, if I don't know what the previous one means, I especially, I'm not going to have any idea what that means. Someone's gone down. Is that Ahmad? Ahmad seems like one of those players who'd be a bit better with a competent manager. Unfortunately, in this cycle of incompetent managers that they seem to cycle through, he can never really break that ceiling. Tupac, aka Fish's uncle, or is this Fish's dad, says we lost. Who's the we in this context? I presume Fulham. Ah, yeah, you did lose. You lost versus Chelsea. João Pedro scored. João Pedro scored and Fernandes scored. Apparently there was a lot of controversy in this goal, in this game even, with respect to refereeing decisions. There was a goal that was ruled out. That's unfortunate, but where are you in the table now? I mean, you're 15th, but to be fair, it's not the end of the world. We're only 2-3 games in. I think you'll be okay. Mizan says support government. It depends on the government, and it depends on the policy. Josh King, yeah, I'll have to see it back. Apparently, it was a pretty bad decision. I think that's what Durwood was referring to earlier. But that's the standard of refereeing in this country. In the mud. Buemo with a good shot, but it gets saved. It should have been 1-1 at best. Yeah, I heard. Another refereeing tragedy. Mbuemo just missed from simple 1-on-1. I don't know. I don't know what it is with this team, but what was that? I think that was my watch. But it seems like whenever you join, they lose all accuracy. They lose all physicality. And they start missing easy chances. And Mbuemo would have scored that for his previous team. Who you put on cover for Arsenal? Is it Madueke? No, I think it's Gyökeres and... I mean, I could open it and have a look, but I'm trying to remember. And Ekitike. Ekitike and Gyökeres. Harry says penalty. Is it penalty to Man United? Is it because of that dive by Mason Mount? That looked like a dive and a half, I can't lie. I'm waiting to see the replay though. Was it Kyle Walker special? Kyle Walker's not protesting. Poor clearance. That's a dive. Mount just to me kind of stood his ground, and as soon as he kind of entered the vicinity of the box, then he went down. That's clear as hell. That's a dive, because he's literally standing his ground until they get into the box, and then when he gets into the box, then he falls over. That's obvious. That is clear as hell. Let's see what happens from this. The weird thing is though that Kyle Walker isn't really protesting too much. Yeah, to me that's not a penalty. To me, like if you had another 2 meters, Mount would have continued running and then gone down afterwards. Is Rafael Benitez a traitor for moving Liverpool to Everton? Not really. He pretty much completely obliterated that club, to be fair. So I wouldn't necessarily class him as a traitor. To be honest, some people at the time were probably a bit angry, but I think in hindsight, everyone just finds the whole time a bit hilarious. They're checking VAR. Yeah, not for me, but I mean, Mount is also laughing about it right now. Like for me, he times falling over when they get into the box. I'm so ready for this window to be over. Do not point at the spot. What's he saying on his little microphone thing? Has it been ruled out? Drop ball, is it? Makes sense. It didn't look like a penalty. Did he give like any justification, the referee, as to why that was a drop ball? I'm so ready for this window to be over. Me too. I thought it was going to be a great day. Isak and Gahey signed, and the orange clown just another day. Those are the rumours. Remember we were talking about this a few days ago, and we were saying we think he's only got a few days left. A part of the reason for that is, like, his face is like half the size that it was even a few months ago. And the thing with his hand, that's what the Queen had. She had those kind of dark patches. And then she was gone a few days later, and he's got the same thing. And there were rumours, I mean, not rumours to be fair, but people were looking at his kind of online schedule, and he cancelled the entirety of his schedule towards the end of last week. And additionally, there's no new schedule for next week. So people are thinking, maybe there's something in this. Man United's tactic is literally just to get in the box and fall over. Magmac says, hi bro, how you doing, Magmac? Hope you're good. I mean, good through ball by Cunha, but again, this desire to get into the box and then fall over is bizarre. Wolves 1-1. Who equalised? Let's have a quick look. Oh, Huang Hee-chan with an equaliser. Good for them. Cunha with a cross, headed over the bar by what's his name, Lenny Euro. And why is Sesko not playing? What's that about? That's like the third game in a row now that he hasn't started. It's a bit odd. But yeah, still 0-0. But I think Man United have been on top. Brentford goal was offside. Who are they playing again? Sunderland. Still 0-0 there, by the looks of it. Monday is a holiday here. We had Monday holiday last Monday that's just gone. He should be doing something to celebrate, but instead he'll be either golfing or hiding, or having a temper tantrum throwing ketchup. Yeah, probably a combination of all those things. But yeah, the thing with the ankles and the thing with the hand, and I think the thing with the face as well, like his face is shrunk. So I don't think he's got long left. Brentford goal ruled offside. Still 0-0 in that one. Fish says the floor is lava. That's especially unfortunate for a fish. You don't want to turn into smoked salmon. Fish is dating fish, but you also are fish. So how does that make sense? Yeah, they haven't really taken advantage of kind of all the pressure and of all the energy they've exerted. So will it be similar to the Newcastle game the other day, where they kind of punched themselves out at the start and then conceded very quickly? Fish says, who's your god? That would be you. You are the god of everything. Kyle Walker really doesn't have any pace anymore. Pero says, why are you gay? And he says, who says that I'm gay? Ooh, wow, whoa, that was a good save. Is that a goal? Oh, they've given that as a goal. To be fair, that was a really good header. Did he kind of save it after it went over the line? Because I thought that was in, and then he saved it. But he must have saved it. He must have saved it after it went over. Who's playing guitar? Nobody's playing guitar. Yeah, it was a header. Oh no! And is that another own goal? Did it come off? Did it come off the? Did it come off the Burnley player? Man United still have not scored themselves. Is this another own goal? Things are just getting silly at this point. But it is 1-0. I think the score prediction at the start was that Man U would score first, but it'll probably ultimately be a draw. Oh yeah, Harry plays guitar. I forgot about that. Off crossbar to a Burnley player. And then off the Burnley player into the goal. But a goal is a goal, I guess. Fish was busy thinking about guns. Abs always busy dreaming about referee. I barely understand half of that. Fish says to get a tattoo of him. Oh, Cunha's coming off. Speaking of tattoos, well, firstly, I don't know what you look like, so that might be a bit difficult. And number two, where should I get this tattoo specifically? On my hand, on my arm? You'll need to let me know. Razman says hi. How you doing, Razman? Hope you are good. Why did Cunha go off? I just saw him going off. Is he injured or something, or what's the deal with him? Razman is good. That's good to hear. Fitch says I should get a tattoo of him on my arm and then I should give him a bunch of money. This is surely the wrong way around. if you think about it, I have to get the tattoo and then I have to pay you to get the tattoo. Is that not the opposite to usual? It looks like Xerxes coming on, so they're probably not gonna score. Edit says, "Yo, bro, remember me? Yes, you were asking me yesterday. When's the next live? Was it yesterday or was it the day before? But yeah, I remember you. Hope you're good." Fish says, "Owen back to Derby. Yeah, it's a loan, I think." How you doing, Pixel? Pixel seems delighted. You had Cunha in your FPL. You're climbing that FPL table quite well. What are the rules then? Can you okay, well, firstly, what's happened with Cunha? I just saw him go off. Has he got like a serious injury, or is it just a knock or something? And I guess the second question is, if someone gets injured, can you sell them and get somebody else, or what are the rules with that? Edit says, yeah, I remember you. Hope you're good. Pixel says, how you doing? I'm good. Weather's gotten a bit cooler. I went for a nice walk in the morning with my noise cancelling headphones in, and then everyone I walk past saying good morning, good morning. They all think I'm ignoring them, but in reality I can't hear them. So that was fun. But yeah, good other than that. He got injured. I can sell them, yes, but no more points from today. I see. Okay. That is unfortunate. I'm surprised. Just thinking about it now. So, what's his name? The Cunha has gone off, but he still hasn't brought Sesko on. He brought on Xerxes. Why is Sesko not getting any game time? What's going on there? Because that whole deal is a bit bizarre, should we say? Fish says, "Get me Tesco. Have you seen my vid? No. Is there a new one? I will have a look if there is a new one." Edit says, at this rate, Ruben should bench Mbeumo and put Maguire Dino on the wing. Don't give him ideas, because he will do that. That does seem to be the type of thing he does. But funnily enough, actually, I know Edit is being sarcastic, but also if you think about it, whenever Amorim needs a goal, he brings Maguire on, and he sticks Maguire up front. So you're probably not far off. It's the type of thing you'd do. Pixel says, yeah, it seems like maybe Amorim didn't pick Sesko. Yeah, it feels like one of those bizarre situations where kind of the management structure bought him and said, here you go, have him as a striker. And Amorim's like, I do not want him. But inevitably, this is just going to cause more kind of anger and more frustration, because eventually they're going to turn around and say, hey, we gave you a £70 million toy that you're not playing with. What's the deal with that? What a weird setup that they have. Yeah, or it could just be that he doesn't trust him. It could be in training he's just not really doing the business. Everton 2-1, damn it. It's in the 33rd minute. Assist by Dewsbury Hall. Hopefully Wolves can at least get a draw from that. Malusi says hi. How's it going, Malusi? Hope you've been good. Kyle Walker taking the throw in. Kyle Walker is like twice the size he was last year. So he's probably lost the only kind of attribute that he was any good at. Fish says Ruben Amorim is strict. Yeah, he does. I'd say stubborn. Maybe stubborn is the correct word. He's stubborn with respect to kind of being stuck in his ways. There's players he likes, there's players he doesn't like. There's formations he likes, there's formations he doesn't like. And the thing is, you can afford to be stubborn if you're like top 4, but you probably need to be a bit more flexible if you're 15th. Edit says, bro, Man United spent 300 million Great British pounds. we have to be specific. 300 million Great British pounds on their attack just to get outscored by Maguire and losing to a 4th division club. It's every bad adjective in the book. I've never seen anything like this. And the thing is, even when that 300 million pound attack was on the pitch, they didn't look particularly threatening. Sesko had a few chances that he just fluffed over the bar. And Mbeumo scored 1 goal, but other than that, didn't do much. Cunha missed a penalty. I think unfortunately for them, until they change this formation, I don't think they're going to succeed. Because people call it 3-4-3 to make it sound all cool. People call it whatever, but it's not. It's a 5-2-3. And I think until they fix that 2 in the middle, the 3 up front are going to continue to be ostracized and going to continue to not really do much. Unfortunately, I think as soon as they get rid of him and they play 4-3-3, I think they'll start playing a lot better. Unfortunately. But hopefully that's a while away. Fish says, I'm Fish. Yes, I am Fish. I'm aware of that. Blue is the color, football is the game. Is that from an Everton song or something? That sounds like some sort of lame lyric that would be in an Everton song. Corner by Mbeumo. Let's see what he can do. Old Trafford is massive, to be fair. Just looking at it. Headed over by Mason Mount. Come on, Burnley. You're more than in this game. They take a goal kick and then they just lose the ball. It's a bit frustrating. Free kick to United. Hannibal with the foul. I swear he used to play for United. Okay, poor pass there by Ahmad. Burnley countering now. Don't do that though. Like as soon as they get a chance to counter, they They completely just kick it out. How you doing, Jenny? Jenny says the VAR in the Chelsea game was a disgrace. Yeah, the guys were saying earlier that it's just game week 3, and we're already having terrible decisions. We're already seeing inconsistency with respect to how VAR is being implemented. And what annoys me, right, is like these referees, they can't do basic things. But each year we are insistent on giving them more and more power and more responsibility. Like, the whole if you don't take a goal kick within 8 seconds, it's a corner. Like, we just add more and more complexity on top of it. We add more and more complexity. We give more and more complexity to a group of people who can't handle basic tasks, and we just give them more things to do every year. It's just annoying. Fulham lost because of VAR. Joke. Yeah, I think the guys were saying earlier a draw would have been more fair. It's frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. Grimsby 0, Bristol Rovers 1 after beating United. Well, yeah, Bristol Rovers are a more robust and organised outfit compared to Man United, so I'm not surprised. Put it that way. Edit says, Xavi Simons to Spurs done. Yeah, I saw that. Was that today or yesterday? I lose track of days at this point. But yeah, nice signing, Xavi Simons. He's only 22 as well, which is kind of very young, but a good player, and I'm sure he'll do very well for them. Excited about it. And after Felix's hat-trick at Saudi League, top 5 league, according to Ronaldo, Felix finally found a home place. Yeah, he's finally settled somewhere. Hopefully he won't move again. He does seem to like moving house every 3 days. So now, as you've said, hopefully he's found his forever home, and he can get settled there. It's annoying for him, and it's also annoying for us as well, because every year we have to listen to João Felix transfer rumors. So hopefully he can just stay there and do well. Fish says, did you know 1 + 1 = 2? I did not know that, actually. I was torn between it being 3 or it being 5. But now that you've confirmed it's 2, I'll need to double check it because I'm not sure. But if that is correct, thank you. Thank you for educating me, and thank you for educating everyone. We truly appreciate the free service that you provide. Better than school, that's what I say. Jenny says, can't wait. Next City home game against United. Yeah, same from a Liverpool aspect. They just seem woeful. They just seem kind of woefully bad. They haven't scored like a single goal this season in the Premier League. They've just kind of had own goals, I believe. And also kind of losing to Grimsby. You'd think kind of motivation is right at the bottom. So I just want to see them play like any top team, like Man City, see them play Liverpool. Unfortunately, we won't see them against any European team. But you know what I mean? I just want to see them play a top team and just get annihilated. Because it will be funny. It's just unfortunate that they played Arsenal at the start. Arsenal are traditionally not that attacking. But I think the other teams around there, even Chelsea, like even if they came up against Chelsea, I think it could be quite messy. Jenny says, you hear about 66 may get sold in January. City have looked as in City might be interested in him. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I've heard 66. Okay, firstly, I love how you're also calling him 66. That's good. 66 is his permanent name now. But yeah, the rumors are that he's not very happy there, and Madrid as a team are not very happy with him, and also the Spanish media are not very happy with him. I was reading something, I think this morning, where they were saying the Spanish media are starting to put pressure on him, partly because Dani Carvajal's back, but I think they're characterizing him as kind of shy, and they haven't really taken to him as they expected. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was to leave. If he was to go in January, that would surprise me. But end of the season, that then I could see it making sense. It would be hilarious if it ended up at City. I can't lie. Like he'd be good for them, but hilarious from the perspective of the kind of sanctimonious BS that he used to spout when he was at Liverpool. But I think, like, hypothetically, if he was in a Guardiola team, I think Guardiola could get the best out of him. I've got a feeling he won't go to England, because I think he'll be a bit scared of doing that. But who knows? I do think he'll leave like at the end of this season. So I think he'll just have 1 year there and be like, you know what, it wasn't for me. Especially since especially since he's been dropped from the England side. Life can't get much worse. Fish got to be sunny all day long. I'm pretty sure they're not. I don't know what's happened to Sunny. You know, the funny thing is, like, I was watching like an old stream, because you know they're all on YouTube. You can watch the old ones. I was watching an old stream, and Sonny left the last comment on it. This was like 2 months ago, and he said something like, "Bye bye, if you never see me again." And then he made some sort of joke, and I think that might have been the last. That might have been the last message he left. But I hope he's okay, wherever he is. Did you know in Europa League 25-26 it's Villa versus Forest? Are they matched up against each other? Did that happen in the draw yesterday? That should be quite a good game. Cake has been charged. Is that your red velvet cake? Did you go for red velvet cake in the end? Edit says, what do you think about Liverpool versus Real in the Champions League? I am personally a Real Madrid fan. I think we will win because we've got a leader back in Carvajal and Mbappe, Vinny form. Maybe you never know. Liverpool has a chance 50-50. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I genuinely think it will be a very close game. Very close game. If it was, I think it's at Anfield. If it was at Bernabeu, I'd probably give the advantage to Real Madrid. The game this year is at Anfield. Now, Liverpool did play Real Madrid at Anfield last year, where we won 2-0. But equally, you did have quite a few players missing when we won 2-0. And I think Mbuemo's through here. Ahmad should oh my god, Ahmad is how's Ahmad missed that? I don't even like this team, but like eventually when you see incompetence to that degree, you can't even laugh. He's just completely missed an open goal. I don't even like this team, and I go a step further to say I proactively despise this team. But when you see that, you think there must be some sort of curse placed on this team. But anyway, with respect to Real Madrid, I think if you have your stars back, like Mbappe, like Bellingham, like Vinicius, like Carvajal, it could be tough. Like it genuinely could go either way, that one. I mean, even players that we haven't mentioned, like Valverde, Camavinga, there's just a lot of talent. So yeah, it's in many ways, I think that one's going to be the hardest to predict. Xerxes has just missed as well. Fish says cheese and onion, but you haven't put the and backwards. So why are specific words backwards and other words are not? Is it only odd numbered words that get inserted backwards, whereas even numbered words are in the correct order? One has to wonder. Good pass. Ooh, almost a good pass by Kyle Walker. Have Burnley had a shot on target yet? They have not, which is fantastic. Edit says, bro, why we as Madrid face Man City every single time? I don't get it. Yeah, to be honest with you, I know they say draws are fair and draws are random, but it wouldn't surprise me if they have a way of it wouldn't surprise me if they have a way of manufacturing the bigger ties, because the bigger ties make more money. So the bigger ties are Real Madrid, Man City. The bigger ties are Liverpool, Real Madrid. It wouldn't surprise me. Like I've heard, like sometimes like they heat the balls, that kind of thing. So like when they heat the balls beforehand, they know kind of, okay, the hot ball has Real Madrid in it. So then things are not quite as random as it seems. But it does happen every year. They're probably doing it deliberately. Wouldn't surprise me. Half time. So Man United with another goal that they did not score. Mason Mount looks very angry. Ruben Amorim is going back inside to get his DJ deck out. But yeah, half time. Let's stop the timer. What are Teller scores? Chelsea won, as in they won 2-0. Spurs still 1-0 down. Wolves still losing to Everton, and Leeds Newcastle in the evening. There's a rumour that we might hear about the Isak deal after this Newcastle game is out of the way. So there might be some news about this in the evening. Edit says, bro, at this point, clone Maguire and put him in attack all positions. It's not a bad idea. Think about it. You just have to keep doing long balls. Just keep doing long balls. He'd keep winning them, and they would they'd eventually score some of their own goals instead of the opposition scoring for them. So it's probably a good idea. The only thing is, once you've cloned like 11 Maguires, then what do you do with them? You know, from like a society perspective. Like if there's 11 Harry Maguires walking around, do they all live in the same house or do they live in a different house? That's the only downside. Kieran Fizz Squad says, yo, how you doing, Kieran? Hope you're good. Yeah, there's a lot of this. Newcastle and Liverpool now in advanced talks for Isak. The Reds have made an offer likely to convince the Magpies management. Sunday expected to be the day of announcement of a full agreement. So yeah, I think once this Leeds game is out of the way, then we should see a lot of progress tomorrow. Kieran is not happy about the Man United game. He had Cunha in his FPL and he got subbed off. Yeah, that's a common theme. So if we see here, Kieran is not happy about it. And if we go up a bit, Pixel is saying F, I had Cunha in my FPL. so both Pixel and Kieran are quite unhappy. Unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Have they said anything about kind of how long he's going to be out for? And what are you going to do with your FPL? Are you going to sell him, or are you going to substitute him out, or do you need to just think about what the best course of action is? Villa signing Willie Orban. Who is that? Is he any good? Edit says, bro, Hoyland to Napoli. Here we go. Let's have a look. With Hoyland, they're probably gonna have to loan him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who would pay for him. Kieran's got a Liverpool striker and Arsenal striker for tomorrow, so Kieran has covered both bases. It probably makes sense. Who have you got? Have you got Ekatike and Gyökeres potentially, or have you got Salah and Saka's injured? Salah and somebody else. Probably Sal Cunha makes sense. Did he get you any points at all? Like, did he get any assists or anything? Or did he just get you 0? If you know what I mean. I mean, he's probably got you 0 points. Because I don't think he's got any goals or assists. Or am I wrong in that? Fish says, Google Willie Orban. This is your guy. Well, what do you want me to check about him specifically? He's a professional footballer who plays as a centre-back for Leipzig. He's 32 years old. Is he any good? That is the question. Yeah, Kieran's going to sell him. Tottenham have checked on the status of Man City's Manuel Akanji, says Jenny. That's a surprise. Like, I always thought Akanji was really good. Like, there seems to be lots of rumours about Akanji leaving. Are you happy about that or unhappy about that? Like, for me, Akanji was always pretty solid. I would have thought they would have wanted to keep him. Jenny says, Celtic and Rangers game, you doing that tomorrow, mate? Tomorrow will be Liverpool-Arsenal, 4:30. But if it was not Liverpool-Arsenal, then yeah, would have done that. Kieran's only got 6 points from today. Let me see how many I've got. I haven't played FPL for a long time, but I was kind of peer pressured into doing it. I've got 9. I got 9 points. Who gave me 9 points? Six from João Pedro. 1 from Kudos. And 2 from Dubravka. I'll take that. It's good enough. It's good enough for me. Fish says he's going to Villa next season. Is that your defender? He'll be 33 next season. Kieran hasn't got the new striker for Newcastle on his FPL yet. Is that Voltamate? Would you be interested in buying him if he is available? Jenny hopes that Akanji will go. Are you not an Akanji fan? I always thought Akanji was quite solid. 12 o'clock, Celtic and Rangers game is... Oh, okay, it's at a different time. If I'm at home, I might be able to do it. which I'll find out tonight. Mr. King says hi. How you doing, Mr. King? I hope all is well with you. Kieran got 2 from Pedro's goal. I've got 6. So would you not also have 6? I don't know how this thing works, to be honest with you. I've not played this for 10 years. But Pixel, who you may see in the chat, peer pressured me to create a team. So that's kind of why I did it. But I don't know if this is it. I don't know if this is any good or any bad. Edit says, bro, who knows about Hoyland? Look at that's a good point. That's a good point, to be fair. I mean, McTominay was always ridiculed when he was at Man United. But now that he's gone to Italy, he's getting kind of... Is he getting Ballon d'Or shouts or am I imagining that? But either way, he's getting a lot more respect than he did. And additionally... Rasmus Højlund used to play in Italy before. Was it Atalanta? He used to play for Atalanta before he went to Man United. So you never know. You could be right. To be fair, I think you could be right. Yeah. Jenny says, any men walk past your window with no clothes on like a few days ago? No, not again. That was a one-off. The thing is, it started raining the past few days as well. So yeah, we'll probably have limited nakedness from now on. Thankfully. Yeah. So hopefully that was only a once in a year kind of thing. Kieran's gonna check. It doesn't say how much I got from him. You've probably got 6 as well. I don't know too much about kind of how it works, but like I just put him in the team. Like he's not captain or anything. Maybe it takes some time to refresh or something, but he gets 6 as well. Edit says McTominay Ballon d'Or nominated. Yeah, that was it. So you could be onto something about Højlund. And if you think about it, it's not just Højlund and McTominay. Even Anthony was a source of ridicule at Man United, but had quite a good time at Betis. So yeah, if you're like another team, you'd probably be looking at Man United's players saying, you know what, we can probably get them on a cheap, we can get them for a low price, and then put them in a new environment and they'll work really well for us. So could work out. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, this is showing the halftime stuff. Ooh. The goal is to always drink like an entire glass of water, and it never happens. Edit says, mark my words, Golden Boot Jackson, Ballon d'Or Anthony, second Vinicius. If that happens, we'll say Edits was correct. And if that happens, we will also ask you for the lottery numbers. It's not impossible. Did you see Champions League schedule? Yeah, that's a good point. On that week that I was gonna go to Italy, it's the Milan game, which is not a good thing because I hope that doesn't make flights really expensive. But I'll see if I can find it. Came out this morning. So Wednesday, September 17th, Liverpool Atleti. Tuesday the 30th, Galatasaray Liverpool. Wednesday the 22nd, Frankfurt Liverpool. No, I will be here for that. Tuesday 4th of November, Liverpool Real Madrid. That might be the most interesting one. Wednesday 26th of November, Liverpool PSG. Nice. Tuesday 9th of December, that's the one I might not be here for. Inter Liverpool, but should be a good game. Then the next year, Marseille Liverpool on Wednesday the 21st. And then Wednesday 28th is probably the easiest one, at home to Karabag. So yeah, not bad. So the Real Madrid one, I think, is the one that probably everyone is looking at. That's quite early. Well, I say quite early. It's pretty much right in the middle. So yeah, let me make a note of that actually. Orban to Aston Villa. Here we go. I thought you said that's going to happen next season. Kobbie Mainoo's on the pitch now, which is interesting. I don't think he was on the pitch in the first half, was he? The German-Hungarian centre-back has agreed to join Aston Villa from Leipzig in 25-26. Okay, interesting. Why is it... why is it in January? Why don't they just do it now? Why are they waiting? That's a bit odd. They've kicked off. Let's see if Burnley can get an equaliser. To be honest, they didn't really show much in the first half. I don't think they had a single shot. But it's a game of two halves. You know when a player does step overs and then they trip over their own foot? Oh, good free kick. They've got a free kick, to be fair. Free kick in a dangerous position. Brian Mbuti with the foul. Yeah, that was high. That is weird. I doubt they can score from here, to be fair. It's like 25 yards out. I mean, it's not impossible, but I'm not convinced whoever this is. Yeah, it kicks it right into Xerxes' afro. Oh, but it kind of fell to the striker just like like half a meter away from the goal, but then he just doesn't do anything with it. And there might have been a handball in the build-up. Meh. Both these teams, they look quite evenly kind of matched, which is probably more concerning for one than it is for the other. What is on January, as in the Liverpool Champions League fixtures? There's Marseille, Liverpool on the 21st, and Liverpool Karabag on the 28th. So did you mean Champions League fixtures or fixtures in general? Anne says, yo, how you doing, Anne? If Onana was playing, it'd be 3-1. It would be 3-1 Burnley, but all 4 goals would be own goals. Yeah, I can see that. You can see, I mean, he'd be in that unique position of saying he helps everybody. He doesn't choose who to help. He's just helpful to everyone. Is Onana even on the bench, or is it that Heaton guy? Onana is on the bench, number 24. Oh, you can't say it. Which is a surprise. Anne says, how are you? Good, I'm good. How are you? Onana is so trash, you're right about that. Especially in the last game. Especially in the last game, and especially with respect to Grimsby's second goal. The way he just came diving out with his hands and his eyes closed. I think that just summed him up. The thing is, like, I would look to sell him, but the only kind of downside is who's gonna pay money for him. You know what I mean? Who's gonna see that and be like, yes, that's exactly what we need. They need a new keeper. They do. They're linked with that Lemons guy for 17 million. I think at this point they just need somebody who's like vaguely competent. Doesn't need to be like a 10 out of 10, but you can just do basic things. Hopefully that Lemons guy can. Everton 3-1. Dang. What is going on? Everton are going to get a bit too excited. Dewsbury Hall. So Dewsbury Hall, after getting an assist for the second goal, scores the third goal. To be fair, I wouldn't be too excited because, again, it's just Wolves, but 3 points are 3 points. Can't complain too much. Liverpool on top, said AN. Certainly looks like it. Tomorrow will be a proper test versus Arsenal. But yeah, not doing too badly at the moment. Jenny says, have United scored their own goal this season in the Prem? Yes or no? The answer is no. They've scored 2 goals, I think, but both have been own goals. So they are yet to actually score themselves. AN is watching from a land down under. Very nice. Is that the land of Alexander Volkanovski? Very possibly could be. Also the land of Ange Postecoglou. Keep him at United. He better, keep Onana there as long as they can. He's a definite weak link. Partly because he can't catch. And partly because he dives with his eyes closed. But additionally, I just feel like when your goalkeeper is that bad, it ultimately means that the defense in front of him also develops anxiety because they have no confidence in they have no confidence in the keeper behind them. So I think just having a bad keeper, it just permeates throughout the entire squad. So yeah, keep him there forever. Give him a a lifetime contract. Mbuemo on the counter attack, but it's Mbuemo, so he's just gonna do that. It's like Mbuemo jiggling his way down the wing. It's like, nah, nothing's gonna happen. We better watch out. Everton is in 5th place. Yeah, they might win their first trophy since the last millennium. I mean, they won't, but we'll let them think that they will. Jack Grealish with 2 assists for Everton. Are you watching, Pep? Well, he should be watching. Is Grealish there on like is there a obligation to buy on that loan deal, or is it a loan deal where they give him back? I mean, he does seem to be kind of flourishing there. Good for him, I say. In some ways as well, it feels harder to get assists in like a weaker team compared to say a bigger team as well. So, I mean, he's doing quite good. Oh, Burnley have scored! What did we say at the start? Man United are going to score first, and Burnley are going to equalise. I mean, the lottery needs to be done. Whilst I'm on this run. The lottery needs to be completed. I mean, they passed the ball out wide. Again, I got no clue who most of these players are. Cross it from deep. Is the player... I hope he's not offside. Nope, clearly onside. Time to buy a ticket. Maybe I'll put the numbers of all the players who've scored recently. Ian says 1-1, let's go. Yeah. It kind of came out of nowhere, but I'll take that. I'll update the score. People just walked past, but they were wearing clothes this time, so we're good. What? They've just scored immediately. They've literally just scored immediately when I was looking at what was happening outside. So is it 2-1 now? AN says, I want Man United to lose. My brother supports them. That's quite accurate because my brother also supports them. But I think Jenny's saying get in 1-1. But I think they've just scored. I think they just scored immediately. Maybe I won't do the lottery. It was a goal kick. Headed on by Xerxes. Bit of a mix-up at the back. Cut back. And a goal. Did United finally score? They did. And it was Brian Mbuti who jiggled his way into a kind of cutback goal. But it's 2-1. To be fair, I did say draw. I didn't say 1-1. So the lottery ticket is still possibly coming. Johnny says get sacked in the morning. Whilst it would be nice from a certain perspective, from another perspective, I'm like, just keep him there as long as they can. Jenny says, what the hell, 2-1? Yeah, it just came like immediately, like they took their kickoff from going 1-1 down, took their kickoff, passed it back to the keeper. The keeper just booted it up the field. They flicked it on, cut back the cross, and then it's 2-1. AN is also not very happy about it. The lead probably didn't even last a minute. It lasted a couple of seconds. Is this gonna open up the game? I mean, that might be nice. It might make the game a bit more exciting. It has. Oh my God, Burnley are through. Burnley have it in. Is the Burnley player offside? Oh, I think the Burnley player is offside. Burnley have just scored, but I think it was offside. So the guy, like, they've got it in the net, but the linesman's got his flag up. But let's actually have a look. He's on. To me, he's on. Delo is playing him on. Diogo Delo is playing him on there. That should go to VAR. That should be a Burnley goal. I swear Diogo Delo is playing him on. Yeah, they're checking it. They're checking it for VAR. To me, that's a goal. Surely 2-2 says AN. Yet to me, that Delo is playing him on. Is playing Foster on. That's a goal for me. Three goals in 5 minutes, yeah. We had to wait. We had to wait like almost an hour for that to happen. Has he not given it? How's he offside? He's not offside. I mean, he's even onside from the replay. What the F? He's even onside from the replay. They checked that one mighty quick. They checked that one mighty quick. That is clearly onside. That is nonsense. Another game, another refereeing howler. There is a goal and a half, as AN says. That looks clearly onside. So Burnley just had a perfectly good goal disallowed. Finch says pay. Jackson is not going to Bayern since the lap got injured. Ah, okay, makes sense. I've never thought Jackson was all that. So Chelsea can keep him. It's another Diaz goal. Good for him, I guess. Seems to be performing with flying colours. I mean, he scored a header in the cup, then scored a league goal, and now he's got another. Looks like Bayern are probably quite happy with that transfer. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed at that goal getting disallowed, because to me that is clear as hell. Like they did their little computerized kind of replay thing, and it still it looked onside from the replay. Oh right, another good goal. Yeah. Top 10 hottest footballers. Number 1 is Orban. He's new in there. 2 is Bus. 3 is Verts. 4 is Tung Tung Sahar. 5 is Barry FC. 6 is Merry Christmas. 7 is Halloween. 8 is Vissa. 9 is 10 is 988. That's a fantastic list. Good to get that updated. Ooh, close by Fernandez, but kicks it wide. Chelsea want him gone. No takebacks. Yeah. I'm surprised Arsenal are not in for him. He seems like the kind of typical player they tend to go for. this refereeing outfit, whatever you want to call them, I can't even call them an organisation, because calling them an organisation infers a level of competency. This refereeing group get more wrong than they get right. But anyway, Burnley have got half an hour. Crossed in by Walker, but he just kicks it a bit too deep and it goes out. Burnley are making subs. Hopefully these subs can do something of use. One shot on target, they score again, United. It's classic. Well, it is typical, number one. And then point number two, like 2 minutes after that, Burnley had a goal disallowed, which for me was a clear goal. So it should be 2-2. It should be 2-2. But you can never trust these refs. Oh, Burnley have scored. They must have just scored. Now it is 2-2. They can't complain about that one. Now it is 2-2. The lottery is back on. The lottery is back on. AN will be very happy. Why did they get this allowed? Because they said the player was offside, but the player was not offside. But it's okay. It's okay. Because 5 minutes have passed, and now Burnley have scored again. So now it is 2-2, if you know what I mean. So it should be 3-2. It should be 3-2, but literally just now, as we were talking about the disallowed goal, they've put it in the net again. YNWA fails to catch because Man United keepers are allergic to catching. So it's 2-2. Ian says, yes, get in. It should be 3-2 to Burnley, as Ian is said. Was it Kobbie Mainoo who kind of kicked it? Is that a Kobbie Mainoo own goal? Is that a Kobbie Mainoo own goal? I think that's a Kobbie Mainoo own goal. I don't know what they will officially deem it as. But to me, they've given it to Jadon Anthony, which is the Burnley player. But when they review that, they might give that as a Kobbie Mainoo own goal. It's raining, which is fantastic. All right, this game's come to life a bit. I can't lie. It has come to life a bit. I think these refs are trying to one up each other. Who can have the worst game? Yeah, it certainly feels like that. They're just so bad. They're just so bad, and it becomes especially apparent when you see referees from other leagues, like in the World Cup or that sort of thing, and then those referees always end up doing a lot better. And says Man United paid them 100%. Wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't put anything past those people. I would not. It's a corner now. Sesko coming on. Let's see if he can do something of some use. I mean, I'm surprised he's still not starting, to be honest with you. I'm surprised he's still a bench fixture. Casemiro with a cross from deep. That does absolutely nothing. It's absolutely nothing. That does. Ian says Amarim looks a bit angry. Yeah, he has a tendency to always look a bit angry, a bit upset, a bit contemplative with respect to his life choices, which he thoroughly seems to be regretting at this point. It's just funny, isn't it? Do you know Burnley had 2 shots on target, scored them both? I'm not surprised. Burnley have not had a lot of possession, but kind of equally when they have gotten into good positions, they have made use of they have made use of the possession, and they have made use of the chances that they've had. Martinelli to Frankfurt, is that a permanent deal or is that a loan deal? Delwood says Brentford have scored. Honestly, if they go 3-2 up, we should just... I just don't have any words. I don't know if this is a reference to the 2-2 or the 3 or a possible 3-2. But I can see Brentford built. Oh. It might have been to the 2-2. Yeah, like on mine, Man United are on the attack. Ayan says Burnley top bins. that would truly put the icing on the cake. And once the icing is on the cake, keep it away from Umbuemo. Actually, give it to me. I've not had cake in a while. Brentford, not Burnley. I just keep getting confused between these two. Solanke not even playing in his own derby. That is unfortunate for young Dominic. Everton 3-2 now, says Jenny. Is the Wolves comeback now on? How long is left in that game? You know how I say Jenny's from the future? Like even BBC Sport haven't updated it yet. But if it's 3-2, that's good to see. Tarkovsky loan, Martinelli loan to Frankfurt. Here we fish. You're so random, but your randomness is appreciated. I can't lie. Have you listened to the Brighton anthem? No, I haven't. And you did say it was good the other day. Let me make a note. I've made a note of that because you did say to be fair it was a good one to listen to. Rodrigo Gomez 79 says Jenny, Wolves make it 3-2. Dang. Do you think the comeback could be on? That is the question. Is Fish a football fan or a troll? Fish is a football fan. Maybe a bit of both. Fish wants Milner back. What would ever possess you to have James Milner back? That is Is it something in particular you quite like about James Milner? Is it me or does Amarim and Fernandez look like brothers? To a certain degree. Amarim could be the older brother, the older, wiser brother, and Fernandez is the younger, more petulant one. Corner for Mbuti. Why does he talk about odd stuff then, Fish? I have no idea. To be honest, it's all good. I don't. The thing is, if he says it in English, I can vaguely understand. Sometimes he pastes it in Polish, then I have no idea what he means. But I suspect it's good stuff. AN says, yeah, last minute top bins from Burnley. I wouldn't mind that. Is it sunny all day only? As in are Sunny and Fish the same person? No, I think that's it. Fairly sure they're different people. Hazard says, do you think getting Isak might make Ekitike's development period longer? The easy answer is no, but in reality, probably yes to a certain degree. But the flip side is, like when he's training now, like he won't just be training with Salah. He'll be training with Salah and Isak, so he'll have another kind of top striker to learn from. So it could be a positive. I'm curious, like regards to kind of how the system's going to work. Like, is Ekitike going to play left wing, or is Ekitike going to be a sub and Gakpo going to play the left wing? Who knows? Jeremy Frimpong says, is it a here we go? Not yet. But I have a feeling you'll see something concrete after the Newcastle game tonight. No way. You think are you saying Jenny will make him better there? Will make Ekitike better. Hazard says, Newcastle fan here, but enjoy him. He was meant for us. Yeah, understandable. He was one of those players that I was always scared to come up against. I can't lie. And not many people kind of do Van Dijk. Not kind of many people leave Van Dijk for dust, but not Ekitike. Isak did on a couple of occasions. So yeah, if it does get done, I'll be quite happy. I see you've signed Voltamate though. Voltamate. How do you feel about that one? Replacement in the door, by the looks of it. Pretty expensive, but that just seems to be the market these days. Like strikers seem to be proper expensive. Jenny says, don't want that at all. He will play left wing. Who's the he? Is the he Isak? Do you think Isak will play left wing, or do you think Ekitike will play left wing? Yeah, 69 million, but he looks promising, yeah. I mean, he's already better than Sesko. I think Sesko you were in for before, but Sesko still hasn't scored. So that might be a bullet dodge to a certain degree. Marco says Isak won't do as good, I think. Who knows, to be honest? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hazard's actually glad that Newcastle don't have Sesko. I'm not surprised. It's a bit weird, the whole Sesko situation. Like, he's been there for 3 games, and he hasn't started a single game for Man United. Like, he always comes off the bench. And even today in this Burnley game that we're watching, Cunha got injured, I think maybe 20-30 minutes into the game. And then when Cunha got injured, instead of bringing Sesko on, he brought Xerxes on. So it's very peculiar kind of what's happening. But yeah, still 2-2. Let's see if they can hold on. Mazraoui's coming on for Euro. So in the last 5 minutes, they're going a bit more attacking. Hazard says, I think Sesko regrets choosing United. That's got to be a record. Regretting it like within the first 2 weeks. I feel like you should win a prize for just regretting something that early. And it's not a good prize. Losing to Grimsby, yeah, I don't think they'll live that one down. France Eternel says PSG les champions. No, champion are like mushrooms, right? Champions of Europe. Oui, c'est vrai. J'ai regardé les finales avec Inter Milan. Crossed by Mbuti and cleared. Amarim just looks desperate. Just literally looks desperate on the side. 4 minutes left though. AN can hear his brother crashing out. Damn. Is your brother that supports United, is he older than you or younger than you? Tottenham are playing horrid, says Mr. Frimpong. What's the score in that one? Yeah, 90 plus 2. So they're probably going to end up losing that. So it looks like the good start has come to an end. He's older, huh? Fair enough. Yeah, I can understand not being particularly happy about this performance, especially since they're at home. Sesko with the most awful header. He just had a pretty open header, and he headed it like 20 yards wide. JL says if City can score 5 against Brighton and keep a clean sheet, they're winning the league. Is that kind of Man City or? But yeah, I think City will definitely be up there. 100%. Spurs haven't even had 5 shots. Neither have Burnley, to be fair, in this game here. City just need to prove it against big teams. I'm sure they will. I think having Rodri back in particular is a big plus for them. And says it's 2 a.m. right now. My parents are sleeping and he's crashing out so loud. They'll question him about it in the morning, no doubt. But yeah, this is not good. I mean, they're trying. I mean, you can see that they're trying, but then They just seem to kind of run out of ideas. And again there, Mbuemo with a poor pass and he loses the ball. Oh my god, Burnley cantering, but I think Kobe Mainoo gets back just in time. Ghostface says, yo, Man City forever. I think Man City will have a good season. I mean, Marmoush is looking good. Haaland is always good. Rodri's back. And it goes out. Ian says, what's your nationality? From the UK. Matthew says, Man United relegation battle. I can't lie, this is relegation form. They are at home. They are at home here as well, and I think to a certain degree that's the worst part of this. And also, like, to be honest with you, this looks worse than last season. Like, I know they had Ten Hag for a period of last season, but this legitimately actually looks worse. Owen says, go on Burnley. We are all Burnley today. That would be so good if they get relegated. It would be hilarious. It would be hilarious, and it would be a disaster, especially kind of given kind of how much they're dependent on revenue and that sort of thing. The size of their stadium. You cannot defend the indefensible anymore. We cannot, and Man United also cannot defend. Does that mean Man United are the indefensible? It's just bad, isn't it? It's just the same thing. It's the same thing over and over again, and then like they buy a few players. And the thing what gets me is when they buy a few players, suddenly they think they're going to win the league, and it's like, no, you're not going to jump from 15th to 1st. Maybe it's that expectation which is just keeping them grounded. Sunderland 2, Brentford 1. Nice. If Sunderland hold on to that, it's a good win. Zico says, is that confirmed? I think you'll see something probably after the Newcastle game. Don't give a penalty. Don't give them a penalty. Anytime they get in the box, they fall over. Anytime they get in the box, they fall over. They were doing this in the first half as well. Matthew thinks Liverpool will win it again. Fingers crossed. I swear, if they have like a 90-second minute penalty, that's going to be ridiculous. Because they were doing this in the first half as well. They'll run into the box and then they'll just fall over. I need to at least see the replay of kind of what the defender did. I mean, the defender's holding his shirt, but then equally, I think Ahmad goes down quite theatrically, and it's almost as if Ahmad's like running into the box and choosing to fall over into the box. Is this ASMR? Hopefully to some people. To me, no. To me, I hate the sound of my voice, but some people like it, which I'm like, fair enough. Free kick confirmed, says Mr. 1%. No penalty, says user. Okay, that's fair enough, I think. Everyone from Man United is prime Neymar. That's what they think. But yeah, looks like it's a free kick. It's a faking injury, and to be fair, Oh no, why is the Burnley why is the Burnley player so annoyed? The thing is, like, a lot of teams do it. Like, as soon as they get into the box, they dive. And it's not just Man United. A lot of teams do that. I think referees need to start giving out kind of more yellow cards for that sort of thing. Jamal says Amarim. This Amarim is probably not quite as useless. Why is Fernandez holding the ball? Have they actually given a penalty? Because that's ridiculous. Fernandez is holding the ball. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, Jenny says it's a joke. To me, like to me though, like, the player is choosing to go down once he crosses the threshold into the box, if you know what I mean. If the box was like another meter forward, he would have carried on running another meter forward and then gone down at that point. Crazy FC guy, aka Florian Wirtz, says hi. How you doing? Is Bruno taking it? He is. To be fair, he scored a good penalty versus Grimsby. Crazy FC guy says we are getting Isak in 1 hour. Yeah, I think the news on it will kind of pick up quite rapidly, or will pick up quite rapidly after the Leeds Newcastle game. You should see something significant there. Fernandez is stepping up. Ooh, almost saved, but he does manage to score. And now he's going to celebrate like he's actually won something, which he hasn't done. What was the Grimsby score in the end, says Bromity? I think it was 2-2 on the night, and then they lost on penalties. Yep, 3-2. But to be fair, they need a few wins here and there, because like if they don't get wins, they're going to sack the manager. Haas says good goal. It was a penalty. What can you say? Penalty in the last kick of the game. I mean, as a penalty, like, it's pretty good. Like, it's pretty good. It was like low and in the corner, to be fair. Yeah, typical. Goal, says Ismail. Manager has to go. Yeah. Like, I don't really kind of see him turning it around, if you know what I mean. I think his tactics are weird. There's always a kind of giant hole in the middle of a pitch because he only plays with 2 midfielders. VAR is indeed ridiculous. It crossed off a goal for Burnley. think in the second half. So it should have been 3-2 Burnley, and it was a perfectly fine goal. And they showed the VAR replay, and even when they showed the VAR replay, it was clearly offside. Oliver says, haha, cry. I'm devastated you're going from 15th to like 14th. I genuinely believe Jose Mourinho will come back to the Premier League, either for West Ham or Man United. It's possible. Did he get fired from Turkey like yesterday? He was at the airport kind of thing. Premier League's an option. I think he'd do quite good at West Ham. AN says it should have been 3-3. It should have been 3-3. They need to just see this game out now. Yeah, I haven't updated the score. Carly says no one can ever make me hate Bruno. No one. Nobody ever. There must be some sort of line. You know what I mean? Like what if Bruno took your phone and then smashed it on the floor? Would that be the line, or is there a line above that or below that? Oof. It was a good penalty, to be fair. It was right in the corner. When the penalties are right in the corner, you just can't get to them. The thing is, I was trying to come up with an example, and every example I could come up with was just too bad. And I was like, I can't say that. So then I tried to come up with something relatively mild. NP19 is saying it's a penalty, acting like it was a bicycle kick. This is the same scenario. Free kick to Burnley, but to be honest, I don't think they're going to do anything with it. I mean, overall, they put up a good fight. Full time. Okay, Fernandes is he's celebrating a bit too hard for a win against Burnley. I can't lie. But when you're starving, that's what it's like. Happy to see the 5 minutes injury time is over in the 115th minute. Indeed. Not a bad game overall. Burnley came back into it. Penalty was in the 90 plus 7th minute when there were 5 minutes, so that's something. But it is what it is. We need them to win a few games here and there. Because the trouble is, whilst it's funny to see them repeatedly lose, if they lose too many, they're going to sack him. We need him to kind of stay. Mello says, not a bad game. Yeah, I mean, all things considered, 5 goals, not too bad. Seen worse. And says, we got robbed. Yeah. And I've pulled a muscle. Why did Chelsea sign Garnacho and Buonanotte? I mean, they seem to kind of sign everyone below a certain age. It seems to be their thing. I mean, they do seem to be kind of like collecting players like Pokemon cards to a certain degree. I don't really see what they see in Garnacho other than his age. Durwood says they finally won. They did. Garnacho's a horrid player. Indeed he is. Simon says, how are you? I'm good. Went for a walk in the morning because the weather's finally getting a bit cooler. So that was good. How's things with you? Mello says bad game for Man United, especially to kind of repeatedly let Burnley back into it. But Man United are now in the top half of the table. They're ninth. Damn, Wolves have 3 games. 3 games and no points. that's quite a good username, to be fair. That's quite creative. I like that. No way people can celebrate this win of United. It's extremely embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, the way kind of Fernandes was like celebrating at full time was a bit cringe. I can't lie. Like he was crying and kind of screaming like he'd won the World Cup. So yeah, that felt like a bit much. Simon's all good, just watching the footy, yeah. Good plan. Oh, have they got City next, then Chelsea? That's gonna be tough. Harry Aston Villa says, never thought I would see Man United being above 10th. Yeah, it is surprising that we don't have to scroll to the second half of the table to see Man United. But they are 4 points above the relegation zone, so that's comfort to a certain degree. Ref wanted to give the pen that the contact started outside of the box. It's dodgy. Like, you see this all the time. Like, the contact starts outside of the box and then the player falls over inside the box. I almost feel like, if the box line was another meter back, right? If the box line was another meter back, that player, Ahmad, would have carried on running for another meter and then gone down. It's like they go down once they see they've crossed the line. And if that line was another 2 meters forward, he would have run forward for another 2 meters. And then when he sees the line, he'll be like, okay, now I need to go down. Yeah, it's just... The thing is, it's so transparent to us, but I don't know why these referees don't do anything about it. Like, and it was kind of very similar to kind of what Mason Mount tried in the first half. Like, he's running, but then as soon as they cross the line, then they go down. And to be fair, it's not just a Man United thing. Many strikers do this. They should just book them for it. But yeah, a win's a win. I mean, we needed them to get a win because we don't want this manager to get sacked because he's hopeless. And I was a bit worried that if they lost another game, Ineos might sack him with another few dinner ladies. So, win was important. Win is good. Who have they got next? Hopefully it's some sort of easy team. Oh, they've got Man City next. They're going to get battered there. And then they've got Chelsea. They're going to get battered there. That's unfortunate. Let's hope they keep him in a job for another few months. They'll never find a good manager. It's not the manager, it's the players. It's probably a combination of everything at this point. But yeah, not bad, all things considered. Anyway, that's this game out of the way. I'm going to go outside because I've been sitting down for far too long. Exactly. The thing is, we need them to get a few wins here and there because if they just lose every game, they're going to sack him and then get someone competent. That would be a disaster because the thing is, they do have money. They do spend it. The downside is the managers they keep hiring are always rubbish. Andy's not very happy about the Spurs result. Did you end up losing that one today? It was 1-0 when I saw at 90 minutes. Yeah, Bournemouth won it 1-0. Was Xavi Simons playing or is he not in the squad yet? Derwood says, see you tomorrow. Have a good night. You too. Take care. And he says, nah, yeah, probably a bit early for him to be in the squad, I guess. I think he just signed. Yeah, it would be early if he just signed today, to be fair. Fair enough. It'll be exciting to see him next time. But anyway, I'm off now because I'm starving. But yeah, shall be back tomorrow. Enjoy your evening, guys. Enjoy.